first, okay? Okay. I think a lot of you missed a lot of the stuff last year in second grade, so I'm going to let you see what first grade is doing as well. I think you missed a lot because school ended so fast. David Turner. David. Oh my God, who was that back there naked? Lord, turn your camera off, take me on.
What's up, everybody? It's your man, Big Smoot.
It's your boy, AJ.
And it's your boy, Terrell.
And we're back again with another episode of Shoot Da Thr33.
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing today? You know, I like to do my weekly check-ins. How y'all doing today?
I'm good, man. How about y'all, man?
I'm doing good. Trying to get myself over here situated. So I know they're probably gonna come like this nigga just rubbing himself. But as y'all see today, there is no Miss Lexi with us here today. Sad to say she missed out on this one. But
Hey, vegan mama, where you at?
But she'll be here for the next couple, here in the future. But we just wanted to start off with that. But man, how y'all been this week overall? Lakers won the championship today.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Hey, I gotta say this, man. Congratulations to my boy LeBron because he deserved this one. LeBron deserved
The
this.
LeBron.
LeBron.
And it's start hating. And listen, bro. Like, shout out to Laker Nation. We back. That's right. We back. We waited long enough. Like, shout out to the Bryant family as well. Vanessa and the rest of the family, bro. AD, thank you. Thank you, AD. LeBron, thank you. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
Like,
LeBron name need to come first on the list of thank
like,
yous.
look, nigga. Look, nigga. Like, Laker Nation been waiting a long time for this, bro. Like, let us have our moment, bro.
I'll give it
That's
to
all.
y'all. I'll give it to
That's
y'all.
all I gotta say.
You
We
know,
back.
it's been, what, 10
We
years? 10 years?
They was hating on us, bro, but we back, bro. We came back and took all this shit back with interest. Fuck you
Hey,
mean?
don't be going too ahead of yourself before y'all lose next year.
Look,
brother.
I don't give a damn about next year. Like, what matters is right now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all that matters.
That's
bro.
facts. But man,
That's all that matters.
congratulations to the whole Laker organization and LeBron, and LeBron. And all the other little role players on the list that can go down for the people who got to just play their little parts, as LeBron took up 70% of it.
Deion Waiters, thank you.
Antetokounmpo's little brother got an NBA ring before he did.
That's true.
So, hey, the other little peons out there. They
He's
got
gonna enjoy the shit off the party. He ain't have to do shit.
Y'all niggas peons.
the little peons.
Yo.
Little peons
Yo.
out there.
And now, man, like, now that you say that shit, why did bro say that shit the other night about the fucking mics, bro?
Oh, y'all got gold. This is the silver ones. He was like, oh, them the peon mics.
Hey, yo, shout out Trap, bro.
Trap. But man, this past week, man, I went bowling. I went bowling and about damn near threw my hip out, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My hip has been so fucking sore. That's how I know I'm getting old now.
Mm.
Like, brother, my left ass cheek hurts. Like, when I go to put my sock on, hurts. I was like, but man, bowling was hella fun. It was so much fucking fun. I sucked my whole life.
I fuck with bowling, bro.
And I finally played pretty decent.
I suck at that shit.
Man, and then the thing that made it worse was there was a bowling league at the same night we went.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody else down the line is just strike after strikes. We over
Making
here,
all y'all niggas look bad.
over here playing real casual. And we over here sucking. But I got a couple of strikes, so I'm not too bad at it.
Yeah, like you trying to show off, though. Like, oh, I can hit a strike too. Like,
I might get 1 or 2, but I'll be ass.
hell nah. Like, one time, bro, I was talking big shit, bro. It was a school field trip. Like, I was telling everybody, like, yeah, man, like, I know how to bowl. Nigga, I didn't get not one strike. But my gym teacher was like, so you still bowl, right? I was like, man, leave me alone, bro.
And that's the thing, because I always play bowling with my church, like, or my family.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never been the best. Like, that's why I was like, I always suck. So when I went in, like, literally as we got to the bowling alley, I was expecting to suck. And I told them, like, I'm about to kill y'all niggas. Actually, no, I'm not. I suck at this shit. And then we started playing it. I was like, oh no, I'm better than you niggas. I still suck. I'm just better than the people I'm bowling with right now. So I got to talk shit that day. I can't tell you future moments. But
AJ was going crazy though, for real.
Right. I was trying to. I'm trying to, man. But what else happened this week that you guys watch the vice president debate at all?
Nah, bro.
And the viral fly?
I seen the fly.
The viral fly to land on Mike Pence?
Most definitely saw the fly, bro.
Somebody made a Twitter page for the fly. I was pissed.
Did you see the meme when it had like the fly watching TV and it was like, this nigga really did it?
Yeah. That had me rolling.
That shit had me rolling, bro.
Quick.
Like, niggas be on it, bro.
Social
You not
media,
lying.
it's a beat.
They said the most interesting thing about the debate was the fly. I'm like, bro, why is our politics such a joke right now,
my
man?
mom told me, like, flies no shit when they see it. Like,
That's funny.
That's funny.
Hey, no, speaking of, fuck the fly. AJ game to give me right. Tell me why we leave out my alleyway and these motherfuckers are across the street doing a real ritual.
Bruh.
No cap. These motherfuckers had the Baphomet head on the podium, standing around a bunch of fires. That my neighbors down the street was doing a ritual. We stopped. That nigga stopped in the alleyway. I said, "Hey, is y'all doing a ritual?" They ain't say nothing, so I asked again. I said, "Hey, y'all doing a ritual?" They was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, lit. I'll be back." I don't know why the fuck I said that. I was just trying to say some shit to end the conversation. Like, all right, lit. The fuck?
Bro, Smoot, when I pulled up initially, I had seen them preparing it and everything. I was like, bro, that's like a Baphomet head and everything. Like, and if people don't know what the Baphomet head is, it's the goat with the horns. Like, you know, if you ever see people who wear gothic or what would it be? Demon clothes.
Are you sure they wasn't setting up decorations?
No, brother.
Bro.
They were. It was a nigga with a black cape hood on, like, and a girl was like around the fire going like this and shit. And I was
doing
like
fire dances and shit.
Yes,
what?
nigga. I was like,
hey, bro, like Terrell, you better stop.
And it wasn't decorations this morning when I went out the same alley. That none of that shit was right.
None of that shit's
not decorations.
You better start talking to the people, bro, for they sacrifice y'all ass.
You sacrificing shit. You gonna meet this blicky. Bro, your ass the fuck up.
And that's just like, and I've never, and it blew my mind. I've never seen anything like that in like real life person. Like,
you don't see shit like that in movies. Like,
I'm at this doing it on my block. What type of shit is that? I was like, I told my neighbor this morning. I was like, hey, you see the motherfuckers doing the ritual down the street? He said, who? Let me know what house this is. He said, yeah, I'm watching they ass. I was like, yeah, for real. They're going to do it outside, releasing all that negative energy outside. Like, bitch, go do that in the house somewhere, like, where nobody can see you.
That's the thing. I didn't even know people
have enough room to do it in the house.
You know what's crazy about that location?
Corona. No, it was Corona problem.
You know what's crazy about that location? The devil worshippers follow the Corona
standards.
The standards. No, but you know what's interesting about the location right there, though? It's surrounded by a bunch of trees in the square, perfectly in the square. So, like, there's trees literally, like, along this way, goes to the back, and then comes straight down. So, like, I feel like they planned that area. Like, that was a essential area to do.
So it's like an area that where probably kind of like people.
It's like a cul-de-sac of trees.
Right. Like how people equate to like the pyramids giving off a certain energy. It's almost as like if it's like the perfect. Yeah. That's fucking crazy, bro. I can't lie. Like that shit. When I seen that shit, I was just like, yo, like this. Over north? North Minneapolis? This is what we doing.
Take that shit to you. Diner boy, the fuck y'all doing up here? In the wood, in the hood, too. They're trying to kill us over here.
But man,
y'all watch out for that.
It really surprised me to see them people do that, but you know, like white people things never amaze me anymore. And going into our first thing, with people amazing us, Minnesota had this Cheers, is this your nigga page? And then, you know, the guys had to follow with the is this your bitch page, where people have been, if you have got, people have been releasing pictures and posts of people they talked to, or post somebody asks people how they talk to them. Pretty much just like a full exposure thing going.
Everybody.
Niggas is out here getting exposed, bro.
I've seen all type of shit.
Motherfuckers are getting exposed for being gay on the down low. I'm gonna say on the down low. Fucking everything. Who the freaky motherfuckers sending dick pics? I'm like, man, y'all.
Well, they was talking about who's out here fucking wrong. All type of
niggas got herpes,
right, bro? Who got the STDs, bro? Like,
what in particular that I seen
wild out here, bro?
What situation I seen in particular kind of surprised me all in all, where a guy got caught cheating, and then he came back to try to expose the situation as if like it was going to help him and his side of things. But I think it only made it worse because like his girl posted some stuff, you know, in specific about a conversation he had with a female, and then he goes and posts the screenshots of his conversation he had with this female, where basically he was, in the lack of better terms, sweating a girl out, or, you know, using her for those things. And it was like crazy because it was like, yo, people are really having to defend themselves on social media due to this page. Like, it's crazy because I personally haven't interacted with the page too much. I know my girlfriend's seen it, and it's like,
hold on. Your girl's on the page.
She's a part of the group,
bro. Every girl in Minnesota
is your girl a part of the group.
Every girl in Minnesota is on that.
I understand this. If your girl's a part of the group, she is waiting for your ass to pop up on that motherfucker.
100%.
Don't slip.
Like, the only reason why she on there is because she waiting for you to pop up.
She just wants to see if you get posted.
That's right.
She don't care about nobody else. And the thing that's crazy is it's situations where people are married couples. Niggas who are married with children and families are being exposed to like, brother, pastors, coaches,
football coaches,
it all have been on there, and it's like I don't even know what to think of it anymore. Like, how do you know who's trustworthy and who's not? Because it's like people are, and the part that sucks is people have been fishing for things, and I think that's the worst part of it all. Is you seen, like, you can request. So the one thing I found out about it is you can request for somebody to be posted in the group,
right,
to see if anybody has done anything with it, which I feel like is something that can lead. It's a setup for failure in a sense, because like how
do we know this person's story is true?
Yeah,
they could just be saying that shit just to piss the girl off or just to start some shit. Like, right. So that system, I see what you're saying. That system is flawed. Like, because anybody can just fuck around and say something, bro.
Right.
Anybody can claim any accusations, and it's like, once somebody says they fucked you, it's all for the races.
Right. And if your girl is on there, and like, she gonna believe it, nigga. Like, she gonna be like she gonna feel some type of way, like, so you fuck this bitch? Like, nah.
This ain't the first time they did a page like that. I think it was like 2 years ago. Remember the dudes did one like exposing all the Minnesota thugs and shit like that. Yeah, so it's like every 1 or 2 years that shit just keep.
They gotta come. It's a cycle.
They keep coming with a new page. So don't fuck up within that time span. You better get your shit right. No, but this shit messy all around.
It's messy.
Like going back to the main issue of the topic. This shit is messy as hell.
For sure.
Because it be grown ass 30-year-olds.
People who got 13-year-old children.
Bro,
like,
get the fuck out of here, bro.
Bro, you know the thing is, funniest part about the whole page is people have been posting how they're kicking their boyfriends out. Like, this one girl posted a picture of her boyfriend literally walking in the parking lot. This nigga has clothes in all these bags.
Damn.
I was like, oh.
Get your shit together.
Another nigga got kicked out, and his girl was like, look at this bitch nigga taking all his snacks with him. My nigga was taking ice cream. Like, nigga, fuck the ice cream.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie about shit. I bought it. It's mine.
So you gonna take the ice cream when you leave?
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, nigga, like, you remember when Kevin Hart said, like, his dad took the fucking Christmas lights off the tree?
That's you.
That's me.
The sharper is coming with me. I'm out.
I'm not leaving my shit here. You think I'm gonna leave my Captain Crunch here? So yes, son, can you eat it? These the motherfuckers, bro, like, nah, bro. Like, I'm taking my shit.
Nobody enjoys my 2% milk but me.
Right? Taking all the
that
groceries.
petty nigga to take my shit.
I'm gonna pull a black China on your ass, bro.
Oh, that shit is old. That shit is messy.
What do you think the most pettiest thing is to take when you leave? Like, the ultimate most petty thing to take. Like, I seen somebody once say, like, take the remote to the TVs.
Like, that's petty. Like,
That's petty.
You take all the batteries out of people's shit and just leave.
Still everybody's chargers in the house? Ain't nobody got a charger in this.
That might be the pettiest.
Ain't nobody charging shit in this.
If you take niggas' chargers, now niggas gotta go buy a whole new charger and shit.
Everybody in the house gotta buy new chargers. Nigga. I'm taking tablets, iPad chargers. No. Somebody said unplug the fridge and don't tell nobody.
Finna take all your light bulbs and the ones that you ain't used yet, so you ain't gonna have them as backup.
Tell their ass I was the light of your life. You ain't get no lights.
Take all the light bulbs out there. Shit.
Take all their dishes.
But ultimately, man, he said take all the dishes.
Take all the dishes. Take all their cups and everything.
No, still all the forks and spoons. Leave the knives.
All the butter knives.
No. You got only leave the knives, the butter knives. So they open the drawer. They like, fuck is all this?
Motherfuckers gotta use some bitches like chopsticks. They refuse to fuck.
Motherfucker, the bitch ting.
I'm taking all the blankets and sheets. I'm leaving pillows.
All the blankets and sheets.
I'm taking the pillow covers too.
Hey, you steal my blanket, I'll be cold. We gotta fight, bro. I hate being cold at night.
Bro, imagine not having no sheets in the house. I'd be the most irritating shit in the house. Oh man, but people out here gotta stop cutting up, man. Y'all gotta stay faithful. God, I know everybody wants to be tempted, but
black men don't cheat, bro.
Like Charlamagne did say that. Black men don't cheat.
That's a fact.
It's a fact.
You know, that's a white man trait.
That's a fact.
So, question. Do you feel like if say your girlfriend, right? You was talking to a girl and her friend comes to her and tells her that you've done something. You've cheated, she caught you, she knows of something when you were not honest or what?
And you said this happened because of her friend told her?
Yes.
All right.
But her friend has no visual evidence or physical evidence of it for her friend. Okay. She just has her knowledge of it.
Here's the thing. What's the relationship like with the friend?
I don't know. What would do you think that plays a part?
Yes, because okay, so listen. Like let's say like the friend don't really like you and you don't really like the friend. Shit, you play all that like, man, that bitch always hating on me, bro. Like she just don't want you to be with me, bro. Like
she's trying to break us up type shit.
She wants you to be with that one nigga, bro. But be real, like my dick is better. Like come on.
You fucking stop.
But let's be honest. Who does it better? I think, though, I will agree to that. I do think the friend plays a little bit of a part to it. Because Shay once said to me, she was like, you told me you would die with a lie. If I have no physical evidence, you're going to die with whatever you said, right? And I was like, that is honestly true. Because if your friend's going to claim some accusations on me, what is your friend's what is her supporting evidence to these allegations?
Allegations.
I say allocations.
Allocations.
Is that drugs?
No, you know what the funny part is? It's because of my job, I say allocations all day. So it made me go back to that.
I gotta look that word.
But I think it's the accusations against me and all that. I have to have physical evidence against it, bro. Because I know some people who be out here preying on niggas' downfalls. And thing is, people want what you have, so people will fuck up what you have.
Hell yeah, like, and me, bro, I'll be real. When it comes to a girlfriend, like, if I'm dating you, like, listen, and if I don't like your friend, I'm gonna tell you straight to your damn face. I do not fucking like your friend. Not only am I going to tell you that I don't like your friend, I'm going to tell you exactly why I don't like your fucking friend. Like, I don't like that bitch because of this reason. Like, you can feel however you want to feel about it. I just don't like your friend. Now, I'm not somebody that's going to hate every fucking body. I'm not just a mean-spirited motherfucker. Now, you got some friends that are cool. Hey, I like that friend. She's cool. Keep her around.
Right.
That bitch right there, I don't like her.
That bitch got
like, man.
Your friend can't come over no more. Hey, I'm going to be 100% honest. And I
like that girl.
Like, Shay Marie has friends who I don't like. And I have been honest with Shay about the people who I don't like. Terrell, do you think Mariah has friends that you can say like you don't like?
Yeah, I tell her on a daily basis.
On a daily basis?
She get mad, but it's whatever. I don't like a lot of people.
I honestly say, man, like, if I don't like your friend, I'm like someone said, I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you how I feel and why I feel that way. Because I don't feel like everybody is always as genuine as people try to come off to. Because Shay is a very nice-hearted person. She's going to be nice. She doesn't think ill intentions of anyone. Like, and that's the one thing I applaud her on, because for me, I know niggas nig. So so I'm going to pay attention to everything, bro. Like, and Shay is, she's nicer, so she don't want to see the negative side of things.
Nigga, is your forehead okay?
Oh, my shit itching because it's motherfucking hat. That motherfucker be, you know how that bitch be scratching your damn brim of your
The little bitties be scratching, the little bitties.
Yeah, man. That's an irritation thing. What? That should be killing me.
But yeah, ultimately that's how I feel about the whole friend situation. It's just, you got to tell your friend, or if your girl got to tell you how she feel about your homies. Hey, listen, because sometimes they point out things that you may not see because that's the person you fuck with. And that's the realest part of it all.
That's a fact.
But moving on to our next topic. I know y'all see me over here struggling looking for my goddamn phone. Moving on to our next topic here. If rap was a sport, what kind of sport would it be? And what would be considered the championship? And who would be the MVP, if you say for this year? More on that side.
Okay, so are you trying to say what would be considered a championship and what would be considered, you said what, an MVP?
Yeah, and I also want to know, what sport do y'all compare it to the most?
If anything, rap. Rap is like basketball.
Yeah, that's a fact there.
I think everybody goes instantly to basketball to compare it to rap.
Like, when you think of rap, bro, like, low key, come on now, like, you think of kind of basketball. Like, everybody always kind of, with their analogies, they always compare it to basketball.
Yeah, balling.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's 100% true. That's 100%
I
true.
mean, you can compare it to football if you want to, but
also it's because basketball players always think they fucking rappers. And rappers act like
rappers
they're
always
basketball
think they athletes, bro.
Hell yeah.
Honestly.
But I would say the championship to me, if you want to think in general terms of the world, not COVID, general senses of the world, it would be the Grammy. Would probably be like the overall thing. Do you have the ones like the VMAs, the BET Awards, and all of those down the line are like the awards that you get from like
Defensive Player of the Year and shit like that?
Not Defensive Player of the Year, but it's more of like when ESPN gives their rankings out and when like Bleacher Report does their things, it's like getting their recognition, or like the ESPYs. Like when they give out their awards and shit like that, it's kind of like having those, like, oh, okay, cool, the BET Awards, I won Best Hip Hop Artist, okay, cool, dope. But nobody really gives a fuck unless you win a Grammy. Like, winning a Grammy is ultimately where you ascended your career. So that's where I feel like is the ultimate championship, is when it's getting that. Or Album of the Year is ultimately the championship. Specifically. Because then you have the other categories, which would be like Defensive Player of the Year and all, like Coach of the Year and different things like that when it comes to like Producer of the Year. When it comes to Defensive Player of the Year, it can be like Best Song, best different things, Best Collabs and shit like that. But that's kind of how I think.
I see what you're saying, because like you can say stuff like the XL freshman class is kind of like an all rookie team.
Right.
And
Right.
Right. Like, but when it comes to like championships, it's hard to say the Grammys because we're at a point where the Grammys are low key starting to lose their luster. Artists are low key starting to not really give a fuck about the Grammys no more. I would say albums. Like,
You think just an album in general is where you win your championship at?
Best album of the year.
Albums, singles play a part. Like Billboard numbers, a lot of that shit, bro. Like, because okay, like you look at the Migos when they dropped Culture, that was a championship season for them. You look at when Future was dropping
Purple Rain,
when he was just dropping mixtape after mixtape, and he had like 6 or 7 damn projects that year or something like that. Like, that was a championship season for him, bro. That was an MVP season for him, bro. Like, he was the man that year. Like, the only other artist you could probably say that was on their shit that year and was really balling was Drake. Because Drake had a big year. I think.
Yeah, Drake. That was a huge year for Drake too.
I think Kendrick took that year off.
Yeah, it wasn't a Kendrick year. Yeah.
Like J. Cole, you could say, you know what?
No, that was not that year. Not that year.
J. Cole,
he had the year
championships, bro. I would say he's a rapper that has a championship, bro. I would say Kendrick got one. Drake got one. Like, Future got one. Meek, I don't think has one.
So technically, do you feel like I don't know. Let me let Terrell go first. Terrell, what do you equate it to? What do you think is best?
I agree with AJ on the sense of Grammys, like, and championships. I think that's on the same type of level. Like, that's like the ultimate goal to get to. But I agree with you on the same time. It's kind of fading. Everybody's not really giving a fuck. Like, oh, you got a Grammy, cool. Like,
I think, yeah, I feel that, but I think it's more like on the body of work of that time. Like, how were you at that time, bro? Like, who was the man? Like,
True. I get what you're saying, but really, I'm gonna be honest. The reason why I kind of think different from what you're saying, I think yours would be more solidified as what the MVP would be. Like, yeah, the hottest nigga that year. Like, for 2020, Lil Baby would be the MVP of this year. However, he may even go on to win the championship by winning Album of the Year. Because I feel like once you have Album of the Year, there's nothing anyone else can say to you. I've won the Grammy for Album of the Year.
Well, then, if we're talking
hip-hop Album of the Year,
then if you're talking Grammys, then you're saying that Macklemore got a championship in this motherfucker, bro.
You have those bullshit years. Toronto won last year. Them niggas ain't shit this year. Like, you have your bullshit years.
I'll give you that one.
Like, you have your years and niggas win rings. You're like, these niggas win? Like,
hell no.
But it's not really, nobody really gives a fuck.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh,
another year.
Okay. Like, okay. Yeah, cool. Like, now, the reason why I equate it to the Grammys is because you do have where the way they're set up in the sense of how the Grammys are and then how the NBA championship works. The NBA championship this year kind of lost its luster. Not going to stunt. The Lakers did their thing, but it kind of lost its luster. The Grammys now is kind of losing their luster because people aren't winning who we wanted to win. Or I think more the biggest part is the nominations are who we wanted nominated. Because I would say they kind of got it right. Roddy Ricch won a Grammy. 21 and won a Grammy for a lot. So it's a lot of things I think works that they've gotten correct. But also, just like the NBA, there's teams so you see get to places and you're like, that guy won? Or there's always the scrutiny. This year, LeBron didn't win MVP. He literally only got two votes out of 38 different people. Like, I feel like there's always been that thing where there's always scrutiny against who's nominated, who wins. So that's the reason why I can compare it to the Grammy so much, because it's always scrutiny after every single time. There's always a worry of like who won, why this person win, did not that person. So I don't know. That's why I equate it to that. But I do agree MVP would be what you said. The hottest nigga. Who ran that year? And I think there are people who you would give those rings to. Like, you always have the LeBrons, right? Where LeBron has been the same nigga since the beginning of his career, but LeBron hasn't won the MVP every time. He's only won 3 or 4. So you think of Drake. Drake's ran the last 10 years of hip-hop, but not every year was he the MVP of that year.
True. But okay, here's my question. How many championships do certain niggas have, though? Like, who got MVPs? Who got championships then?
I would say people have, a lot of niggas have championships. Not a lot. But I do think niggas have years where you're like, that nigga was balling. Like, for instance, Jimmy this year, right? Jimmy he proved, bro, like, I'm a dog, bro. I'm up there with these niggas, bro. Y'all keep saying I'm not the guy, bro. But I just took these niggas to the championship, bro. Like, and I think he's shown and proved a lot. But they win, you know?
Sorry to cut you off. Just want to let everybody know out there. Jimmy Butler is who y'all thought Kawhi Leonard was. Just want to say that.
I think you just disrespected my man.
This is the thing. I'm not going to say he's not what Kawhi was supposed to be.
Nah, bro. Y'all be disrespecting Jimmy, bro.
No, I don't. I will say this. I think Jimmy is better than what people give him credit for. Because people are trying to say after Minnesota and after the Sixers that Jimmy wasn't the guy that the people said he was. But you see what he did with Minnesota. He took them to the playoffs. Some niggas is trash ever since. Like, you see with the Sixers, bro, them niggas lost in the first round without this nigga. Like, so I think Jimmy has proven, bro, I'm the guy, bro. Like, I'm that nigga, bro. Chicago worked with D Rose, bro, because I was the second up nigga. Like, I was the second guy at that time. And then when, D Rose left, Jimmy realized, like, bro, I'm in my zone. Like, I'm that nigga.
Right.
So I think the thing is, people have to put some respect on Jimmy's name. Stop on that. People got to put some respect on my guy's name. But back to the music tip, that's where I equate it. That's why I equate it. Like, niggas have years where you're like, yeah.
Alright, like,
yeah. LeBron, he snapped, but the nigga didn't win the MVP.
Alright, I'll name some rappers. Future. Do Future have championships?
Yeah.
Does he have one?
Yeah.
Future has MVP seasons. He has MVP seasons, but the reason why is because you can take certain projects and be like, yeah, that was that project. But when you look at the year as a whole, there was projects better than his. He just had the one that was the most, I'm not gonna say fire, but it was the one that was the high. I'll say he had hot shit. Like, he was that nigga. His album was fire, but when you look at certain specific albums, you're like, that's the better album. His shit just is a hit maker shit. You know what I mean?
Alright, Drake.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shouldn't even have to ask that.
Alright, what about Kendrick?
Yeah.
Okay.
J. Cole, I thought J. Cole too. J. Cole, yeah.
Uzi.
No,
Uzi. Okay.
he's had MVP season, but I don't think he's. I'm gonna be this honest.
Well, okay.
I think he's been an MVP contender, but he's never won an MVP.
Then what was the what projects in?
I would say the year where he became a runner-up was the year when he released "Love Is Rage," or was that the last little thing he was doing, right?
Well, we talking about what, like Neon Guts and all that?
Neon Guts and all that.
That's Love Is Rage 2.
That was Love Is Rage 2?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, so Love Is Rage 2. That realm, when he dropped that was his project that everybody was like, okay, bro's going to be here for a minute. Because he took a period of time off before even releasing that. And then for him to come back and do the Uzi versus whatever his newest one was, I don't know why my name is running short. But when Uzi did that, he kind of showed again like he's still here. However, those projects are really great projects, but that was the year when he was his closest to his MVP was on the Luggage Range too.
Okay.
That was like his closest peak to the MVP.
Would you say Travis has one?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. All the niggas are like, I'm just gonna automatically say yeah. Okay, all like
real shit. I would be honest. I don't think Travis has a championship, but I think he has an MVP. I think if the year he released Astro World, which was 2018, that was 2018. Yep, it's been 2 years, so it's 2018. When he released that he was the MVP of that year, and I think he's still in his reign. He's not the MVP no more, but he's always going to be there fighting for that spot. But I think with him, collectively on his projects, I think he makes really good music. That's what it is. It's really good music. It's like how you see Kanye. Kanye makes really good music. Nobody's ever going to question it. Makes really great music. But you're never going to take him as the guy. Like, he's never going to be the person you're like, he runs hip-hop.
Here's one. This is the last one.
I only think that because he always in the blog and the headlines and shit doing weird shit.
Do you think the media or how his life is outside of rap plays a part?
Number one. But if he was to be like just a rapper and not be so out there, then he could take that spot.
Yeah. Do y'all think it's weird that Kanye's never been considered as like the best rapper? Even though when people look back and be like, who got the most classic albums? Kanye, most of his catalog is classics. And it's like, but he's never been in that conversation.
Kanye, because you gotta think about it, bro. Like, Kanye he was in that era with Wayne.
Wayne and Eminem?
Yeah. Like, I would say, I want to say like around like Carter 2 or Carter 3.
So like 06, 07?
It was him and Wayne. I would say. Because him and Wayne was the two that was dropping the most fire shit, bro. Like, Wayne was dropping the best features. Like nigga, when you heard that, where my shit at, bro? Like,
I was actually, the part is, as you got to picking up that part, I picked up the blunt, and I was like, I'm about to.
When you heard that motherfucking, it was over, bro. Like, for real. Shit was crazy. Like,
and Wayne was that guy.
Wayne was that man. And then you had Wayne was dropping mixtapes at that time, bro. That's when Wayne was killing the mixtape game.
09 when No Ceilings, what was that? 08 when No Ceilings came out?
Then you gotta look at Kanye. Kanye was dropping The Graduation. He had 808s and Heartbreaks. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. 808s and Heartbreaks was my shit. When that shit came
out. And then Dark Twisted Fantasies.
Twisted Fantasies.
Because that's when I actually started knowing the depth concepts to his music. I was like, yo, this nigga Kanye is a GOAT. Like,
Dark Twisted Fantasies is nice.
Does that have the best interlude and the best skit ever?
Oh, we talking about
Chris Rock?
Chris Rock?
Oh, hell yeah.
One of the best skits ever.
Oh, hell.
But, oh, hell yeah. And I think that shit is so slept on.
Easy talk. You got the ones that I like. But the best are lonely.
I'm gonna be real. That's not the funniest skit, though.
Nah, bro.
The funniest skit to me is Nellyville, Cedric the Entertainer, and Lala. That shit was the funniest shit to me.
That is a classic.
Like, the clean version. Like, I ain't listening to that shit.
Kendrick with the, anybody say Dominoes? Oh, he over here high as hell.
Yeah, that shit was the go-to. I ain't gonna start that Chris Rock shit right there. That's a legendary one to me. That shit's funny.
Hell no. Future's Abu. Abu!
Oh, when he come in the store, he's like, can you take a picture of it? Post it on Instagram.
got it all.
Bro, but no, back to the thing. I think really, where were we at?
We was on.
We were talking about championships.
If rapping was a sport,
yeah.
what would it be?
Okay, I'm sorry. Last two, bro.
That's the drugs.
Young Thug and Meek Mill.
Thug has MVP season. I will say this. Until this past one, this past album, what was it? What was his last album? So Fun. His closest project to perfection ever was Slime Season 2.
You think Thug got an MVP?
I don't think he has MVP. I think he has.
I think in that same Uzi category.
You know what's funny? Thing is, I would throw this in a word on him and Uzi. I would think of him and Uzi. This is all category I'm throwing him. Scoring champion. They've been the scoring champions before. They've never been the MVP. They're the mellows. They're the mellows of the league. Like how you also got the Wale's, where them niggas have executed so perfection. They've done it all. But it's like
scoring titles.
But they've never done it to win the MVP, and they've never done enough to get the championship.
Nah, I feel you.
So that's where I give them that comparison. That comparison.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I get what you mean by that.
Yeah. So Meek, though, I will say this: Meek has won a championship, and his championship was when he released championships. Because Meek, this is the thing.
See, that's so cliche, though, bro.
It is.
Because, like,
I think you're going off opinion. I think you're going off your own opinion with that one, bro.
yeah. Because I'm going to be real. Nah, he ain't got one.
You'll say he doesn't have a championship?
No.
Doesn't have one.
Does he have MVP?
Yeah, he got it. I'll give him an MVP. For sure.
You'll give him an MVP?
Yeah.
Or you'll give him a scoring title?
You gonna give him a scoring title? Nah, he definitely got an MVP. He ain't got no championship though. But Meek do his thing.
He got a couple All NBAs. He just don't have a.
He got a couple All NBAs. He's an All-Star. I give him that. MVPs, I'm going to say Meek don't have one. I'm going to say he ain't got no championships either, bro.
No championships either?
But
he got a scoring title at least?
maybe a scoring title, bro. Maybe a scoring title or two.
Okay.
But a championship or MVP, nah.
This is a little bit off topic, but that last bunt went for a long ass fucking time. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I was in my head every time y'all passed me. I'm like, this bitch not out yet.
Hey, I've literally had some blunts where. Have y'all ever been smoking so long, bro, that like you look at the blunt, you're like, damn, bro. Still more weed. Still more weed. I don't know what to say. I guess still more drugs to smoke.
I've most definitely had those moments before, bro. When you just be looking at the blunt, you just be, damn, like it's still burning. It's still like right there.
There's another one.
Like you be trying to hit it a little bit harder to get it out a little bit more, like you know.
I'd say when that motherfucker, that last blunt, that bitch went to the middle, that motherfucker didn't go out at all. I was like, y'all put it out and it's still big, bro. I was like, the fuck? What the fuck wrong with this blunt?
I was like, man,
that motherfucker was smacking too.
Question. This has been a debate recently in the black community. Is Backwoods the best smoking rap?
You know, if we say no, it's gonna be a bunch of motherfuckers. Y'all ass ain't no real smokers. Y'all like smoking that little shit.
Y'all,
it's 2.25.
I ain't gonna lie, Backwoods.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. Chicago people, yes, you Chicagoans out there, including you, Terrell, need to stop trying to take credit for Backwoods. Y'all did not start Backwoods. That came from Oakland. Like, stop trying to take the credit.
You know what I will say? The reason why I give Chicago people the credit was If backwoods were already a thing.
They brought backwoods tremendous. Yeah. They
not
brought
even
here.
No, I wouldn't even say here. Because something that somebody pointed out, they were like, for this generation that we're in, Chicago brung backwoods to the forefront of media.
Look, man, I'm tired of y'all trying to get Chicago on this credit.
He's saying for they put it in the music, they put it in like social media, they did everything like to.
They evolved weed around smoking it with a backwood. Yeah. So
I see what you're saying.
It's like it became just like Wiz Khalifa, right? Raws were already a thing. That Raws were already a company. But once Wiz Khalifa promoted Raws and what he specifically smoked. I said smoked it. He smoked. It gave Raws its own push where, motherfucker, I was smoking Raws. That is the worst shit ever. Fucking hate papers,
them
bro.
bitches burn out so fast. You ever tried to smoke one outside?
Nah, bro. Smoking a paper outside is the worst thing ever.
It depends on how you pack it, bro.
Fuck that, bro. Wind and papers do not mix at
everybody
all.
say that, bro. And I didn't pack my shit so neat one day. I was like, this motherfucker's so pretty. Did a little roll at the end. You know when you see that bitch? My shit was A1. I'm talking a professional picture blunt. Nah, but I was like, all right, this motherfucker packed, roll right, it got it hit for a good little decent minute. Mm-hmm. I went outside, smoked that motherfucker about 2 minutes. That bitch was finished. I was like, that. Fuck these,
bro. I literally, bro.
No disrespect the papers. That just.
I had a raw that made me damn near hate that. That's why I feel so much right now. I literally had a raw cone, like this big. Pack that motherfucker. Talking about you know how they get a little stick out.
Like AJ, I'm gonna be real. You suck at rolling backwoods, my guy.
My backwoods be fire,
nah, his backwoods be decent.
Nah, bro. He should be busting out the bag, though, bro.
This guy.
Motherfucking shit be motherfucking spilling and shit, bro. Spilling out the fucking rap and shit, bro. Come on, man.
I'm offended.
He ain't rolling you no more backwoods.
No more backwoods.
Hey, no, bro. Alex rolled the best backwoods, bro.
Bro, Alex backwoods be small, bro.
Nah, no, they don't, bro.
No.
His backwoods.
Nah, bro. I always roll the best backwoods. I can't lie.
That nigga about to see this. He like, yeah.
I told y'all.
That nigga, I was gonna take 2 days to roll that motherfucker.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Take that nigga like 30 minutes to roll something. Like, you be like, God damn, I was like, we already like halfway through the second blunt. You still rolling this motherfucker, bro. Yeah. Like, bro, like, you know, I gotta get my shit with perfection.
Alex the only nigga who I ever seen line his lines up on the swisher. I said, oh yeah, you different.
What?
I think you different. Alex different. I was like, you goddamn got OCD. I don't even know what to say no more about that.
Hell, nah.
Continue on with the show here, y'all.
White Owls is trash too. Just want to say that.
Oh, we never actually funny part is, bro, we never answered the question. I personally specifically like hemps. I'm not gonna say I do like hemps the most. I like hemps the most because I don't specifically like the point of tobacco. Because if I smoke weed, I don't really want the tobacco aspect of it, and that's the thing with backwoods. Like you get the leaf is cool, with swishes, the paper is cool, but them shits is all harsher to me. I feel like with a hemp wrap, you get the most aspect, the most hit from your weed. Actually, like no matter how much you roll it, you gonna get it. You gonna feel your weed. Because it's
like shit.
Well, for me, I'll say backwoods. But I just started really rolling backwoods, bro. So I ain't gonna really take like big credit for that. Like,
but you like them the most when you smoke,
right? Swisher leaves, just got on those. But my number one, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say, Swisher Sweets Diamonds.
Swisher Sweet Diamond?
Love them. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Yes, I smoke Swishers, bro. And I smoke him. When I do, I smoke Diamonds, my friends. I'm just letting y'all know.
I ain't really got no preference. I really smoke out everything. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't drink, but when I do, it's Dos Equis. What would you say, Terrell?
Nah, I said I ain't really got no preference. I smoke out anything, really. Backwoods is nice, though. I think Backwoods is nice because they give you that little lightheaded feel. Like, remember when we first started smoking?
I thought this shit was the worst thing ever.
Bro, when I first started smoking, I used to be lightheaded as hell.
I hate Dutches. But people, that's a really popular one. Like, I don't like Dutches. They smell like Pampers.
Yes.
Real ass
Smell like diapers. They really do.
Hell no.
When you open up like a fresh case of diapers, that's what that shit smell like.
Them motherfuckers. I don't like them.
Hey, funny part about diapers,
Lexi like them damn Dutches, bro. Like, see, like Dutches is just nasty, bro. Like, I don't get y'all, bro.
I remember I had a whole case of them bitches, boy. I felt like a true cigarette smoker after I got done with them. Them bitches is harsh as hell. They smack, but they harsh as fuck, though.
oh, weak. I just hit the blunt and had to pull it all out.
And you know your rap harsh when you lick them, when you gotta roll them, and that motherfucker, the residue of the shit come off. You know that motherfucker harsh. That's what.
No, you know the funny thing I was gonna say about diapers is we was walking out my house the other day, and Terrell opens up the door outside, right? For the hop from the staircase, he opened the door outside. He like, I swear to God, somebody just threw this diaper outside. He's like, bro, this diaper just flew out of the sky. I know I just seen this shit fall from the sky. And I look, until I come out, I'm like, what? And I see, look at the ground, it's like 4 5 diapers on the ground. And I'm like, the fuck? I look up, because I see another diaper fall from the sky. I'm like, the fuck? And we look up, there's a little baby standing in their window. Throwing the diapers outside.
I yelled out to him. I was like, hey, nigga, stop throwing them motherfucking Pampers out the window. You know your mom gonna beat your ass. That nigga he gonna close the window.
I'm like, why is this? It's really raining diapers in this motherfucker.
I felt appalled for his mom. I said, you know how much Pampers cost more, nigga?
I thought they was going to match y'all for a minute.
You said what?
I thought they was going to match y'all.
No, bro, them diapers is just raining. It's just raining diapers.
It just slipped in.
Who the fuck throwing diapers?
And mama gonna be like, I know I had more Pampers than this. The fuck?
But no, one of the things I hate about rolling, the worst thing if you do not do it right. When you roll backward, you gotta take a napkin, a towel, your pants leg, whatever. You gotta wipe that motherfucker like this. Cause if you don't, you gonna roll that motherfucker, you gonna go to talk and you gonna it's gonna be this little tobacco particle all in your teeth.
That's when you know some shit hard. That's Dutchess.
That's Dutchess. You gonna be sitting there like then they're talking like
Hey, Dutchess is just baby backwoods, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I think people who smoke a lot of backwoods like smoking Dutchess because it's a smaller format. It's a smaller form of it, pretty much.
For real.
Yeah. But moving on here to the next topic. It was something that we talked about a little bit last week.
AJ and Terrell and Alex all used to match Black and Miles. True story.
That's cat.
Don't let this man smoke me. Lying. Hey, that's his name. Hey, them niggas lying. I swear to God, bro. Them motherfuckers used to, like, first time I was smoking with these niggas, like, I swear to you, these niggas pulled out the backwood. I mean, not the backwood, I'm sorry. Motherfucking Black and Mild, bro. Y'all smoking the bitches with old girl in the on the way to Lil Rob graduation party. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. So lying ass, we used to smoke blacks.
Don't say weed, nigga. I ain't never hear one of them bitches is dead.
Well, me and Alex used to smoke blacks. So y'all wasn't matching Black and Miles. Y'all wasn't matching Black and Miles. So niggas is just pulling out the big weed. So you admit, and you was matching Black and Miles. So you telling me, you think that we sat there and each pulled out a Black and Miles and was like, here you go, bro.
Passing each other back and forth. You're like, you want him mine? You're like, the fuck?
The fuck that sound like?
First of all, you can't even match that bitch.
You don't both them goddamn blacks.
If you don't, Black and Miles, you a cold motherfucker.
Hell no. Bro, first off, I haven't smoked a Black and Mild in like umpteen years. But
I don't even want this shit. I'm high as fuck.
But it's funny that you said that because we literally used to smoke Black and Milds, but
Nigga,
we used to smoke.
I didn't smoke Black and Milds. Y'all smoked Black and Milds.
After it was literally for probably like 6 months we smoked Black and Milds.
Them niggas was matching Black and Milds. Yo,
First
I'm telling y'all,
fucked up.
niggas lying.
You got this nigga off topic talking about.
Bro,
Dale went
was fucked up.
That was Bill too.
Dale went to.
Bro, that was some fun times back then. I ain't gonna lie though. Overall, that was lit times.
Hey,
That
man.
was some lit times. But
Black Mild smokers.
something we touched on last week, and you know, talked about it a little bit, but we're gonna dive into it. Threesomes with your lady. Do you think women or the females or males ask for it most? Who do you think, like, in relationships kind of force it? Because I'll say as a guy, I don't really know if dudes really force it like that. Like, I think more of the times, like, when it actually happens, it has to come through your girl. Like, I think if you bring it to her, I feel like it'd be way too much. Because she knows it's going to be, it can turn so many different ways. So I honestly think one of the things is that it has to come through the girl. But who do y'all think actually wants them in real life more?
Males.
Do you think the dudes want it more?
Yeah. I think it's just one of those things every man think about as a fantasy, especially if you watch porn ever in your life and you see a nigga get a threesome, you like, I want that.
I want that. And I ain't gonna lie, I've thought about it, and I've been like, yeah, I want one.
Like, it's like Terrell said, bro, like, if you say that you never thought about one, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I think that's for everybody.
I think every nigga has fantasized about, like...
I wouldn't say every nigga. I think every person.
Yeah. Every person has fantasized
regardless if you like men, women, whatever the fuck you like.
You having a threesome before. Like, everybody's thought about that. Like,
funny thing is, Shay brought that up, brought it up to her friend, telling her the story about what the threesome thing was. You know, like kind of after our last episode, Shay explained it to one of her friends, and one of her friends was like, nah, bitch, I couldn't do that. Because if that bitch starts sucking dick too good, I might have to punch her. Like, hold on, bitch.
hell no.
And that's the one part that's always...
Just imagine you sitting there, like, Shorty just riding, your girl just, like, yo! Like, in the middle of a fucking threesome, bro, a fight just break out. Like, what would you do, bro? Like, you wouldn't know what to do. Like, damn.
Yeah, I think like as what AJ said, it had to come from the female, especially because a male can't just make his female have a threesome. But
unless he got the juice like that.
Yeah, that's a fact. But sometimes females just with it. If you got one, you got one.
I done seen people in polygamy relationships just because the nigga was like, "This is what we doing." So I don't really want a girl like that in my life because what would be the end? I'm gonna fucking up your credit.
Hell no.
They just go to the car. But no, I love playing. But no, ultimately, though, I think when it comes to threesomes and relationships, it's hard to think about doing it in a relationship. Because even when you think about it, because girls always ask, would you do a threesome with a nigga? Anytime a dude brings it to a girl, that's the first thing her response is like. So we gonna do it with another nigga? No, of course not, bitch.
Okay, but I see what you're saying. I'm not with that. I would rather just another girl. But if you think about it, have you ever ran a train on a girl with your guys? Like, and basically...
I'm gonna be honest, I don't like that shit. I'm not a fan of trains, bro. Because, first off, if you've ever been in some vagina, some things, some of that cootie, you know how it feels once you've been in it and you come back out of it and you go back in it. Pussy don't feel the same. You can feel that if dick has been in here recent.
Yeah, before you type shit.
before you. So that's the thing. When somebody say like, I didn't know she was fucking somebody outside of me, either your girl's pussy is just absurdly abnormal, motherfucker, or you ain't doing something right. Because you would instantly can tell. So I'm like, bro, I can't, to know the thought of that this bitch has been fucked literally seconds before me doesn't turn me on.
Hygiene is terrible. But what I would say is two forms of it. Is a train where the niggas take turns going into the room busting the bitch, and then you got the porn train where every nigga in there showing his dick and fucking at the same time.
First off, I am never doing that.
Well, that is
true, Terrell.
Two types of trains. Niggas take turns. They don't go and watch their friend fuck at the same time. Cause like that shit. First off, the shit's weird, kind of homophobic. Not again, nothing against gays and nothing like that. It's kind of homophobic.
Bro,
I've never been in the train.
Not to catch you up, bro. I'm over here dying because I get what they're talking about when you think about like the porn term,
right?
Bro, to think to be in a room full of niggas with their dicks out and one girl. How you be looking like, bro?
We take the turns, buddy.
Take the turns, buddy.
What the fuck is going on? And as a girl, bro, I would feel like I'm avid like against rape and shit. Bro, I would feel so rapey in a room.
I'm thinking about it way too hard.
No, bro, because that shit's weird.
Yeah, you gotta think about it.
Bro, thinking about that shit way too hard.
Bro, don't make it weird now,
don't
bro.
you talking about some rapey.
Don't
do that. Niggas just trying to get a nut.
Look who it is.
Nah, AJ, you gonna throw off the damn movie talking some fucking
For real, bro.
No. Well, I'm thinking, okay, back to
niggas feel guilty for getting the punani and shit.